I will take it with you, Barrister Mbeseha. Maybe you want to give us an insight of what you got in some of those their documents that you shared earlier on. It will help others to cue in.
Okay, thank you again. See, 7 years back, we've had our trials, we've had our moments, we've had our difficulties. But back from 2019 to today, when we took the plow, when the war started changing, we've had the greatest challenges, not put by Yaoundé, but put by Ambazonians in one form or the other. You talk about APNC, all those things happened. They didn't take roots. The one that concerned me most, for which I think their efforts are still continuing, legally or illegally, is the CDN. When the CDN came on board in 2021, they came out with a flamboyant agenda, which no one, I may be, who did not understand what it was all about. But for the records, the CDN that took place on the 27th of October to 1st November 2021, almost 2 years ago, had an attendance list of at least 30 delegations. 30 delegations, groups that we have never heard of before in this struggle. And if you permit me, I will at least I read them because they are important. Say, in Toronto, in response to the CDN, these are the groups that were invited that were present. What the Ambazonian Governing Council, AGOVC, what the interim government, IGK, what something they call Ambazonian Military Force, AMF, what the Terminators of Ambazonia, TTI, what something they call Psalm 91, what something they call the Barefoot 7 Kata, what something they call Ambazonian Prisoners of Conscience, what something they call Southern Cameroon Congress of the People, SCOOP. We have the Southern Cameroon National Council, SANC. We had Southern Cameroon Civil Society Consortium. We had Indigenous People of Ambazonia, AGOVC. We had Ambazonian International Policy Commission, AIPC. We had Southern Cameroon Ambazonian Activist Forum. We had Diaspora Ambazonian Community, DAC. We had West Cameroon Association, WCA. We had Southern Cameroon Women's League. We had Southern Cameroon European Women's League. We had Global Takumben. We had Southwest Northwest Women's, Southwest Northwest Women's Association. We had Southern Cameroon's Youth Congress. We had Ambazonia Youth Council. We had Center for Human Rights and Democracy. We had something they call Reach Out. We had something they call Cameroon Humanitarian Relief Initiative. We have the Bali Cultural Association. We have the Bui Family Union. We have the Baptist Church. We have the Association of Pentecostal Churches. We have the Presbyterian Church. And we have other clergy. We have refugees. We have traditional rulers. And we have the synergy. These are the groups that were officially invited, that officially attended the CDN famous meeting. And then what came out of it, there's a lot there. But what happened was that in that conclave, they resolved in one of the resolutions that going forward, the CDN was going to be the only platform that they were going to use to negotiate or do anything for Amazonia. So you see how the CDN came in, how they gained strength, and how they became what they are today. And on that basis alone, of having taken that mandate from this group of sometimes unknown people, what they have been able to do. But Fast forward, the CDN, as far as this struggle is concerned, has been diminishing in numbers and strength. The next meeting they held was one they coordinated and called it a bilateral meeting between AGOFC and IGK. Only two people were there, two groups were there, the rest were absent. After that came November. They had another meeting again in Berlin to reflect on what they were trying to do. And in that Berlin conference, there were less than, if you permit me, I will just give you the Stuttgart, which held in Germany. This is these are the participants of that thing under CDN. They were the Ambazonian Governing Council, AGOFC. They were the Ambazonian International Policy Commission, the interim government IGK, the indigenous people of Ambazonia APO, the Southern Cameroon Civil Society Consortium, the Southern Cameroon National Council SCNC. Of the 30, that's what was left by November last year. And then we come down to where we are. The last participation they took part in was Canada too. They purported to be negotiating, as they've been giving that mandate. They purported to hold their meetings in Canada, trying to make some negotiation with some invisible Yaoundé government. And so that's the inside. That is a player. It is important to discuss about him, that group, because that group has played a big role in destabilizing this IG, in ruining the effort of the struggle. Yesterday, I talked about it, how the home front takeover originated from CDN commissioned meeting. And now we see the outcome. It has gone further because they're important. The failed Canadian troops were under the organization of the CDN. Where they have ended, all of us know. What they discussed or did not discuss, don't know. What bits of it leaking out from Capo, Daniel, coming, whoever came there. But interestingly, in all these events, the CDN has been mute. They've said nothing publicly. They have not told us what happened in Canada. They have not told us what happened with the unity forces they created. They have not told us what happened with the ground zero leadership they proposed. So, this goes to say, as I said yesterday, there are self inflicted wounds on us, but some of us, our brothers, our sisters, our citizens of Ambazonia, we may call them. And so that is what we should know. I think that lesson will help us as we forge ahead to know how we tread, to know how we put our feet where we go and where we don't go. And I think that
Yeah.
will what the vice president just said.
Okay.
We have not left any stone unturned. But as we progress, I think we're wiser than what we were yesterday. We have no regrets at all. If there's anybody to regret, it should not be Ambazonian. It should be Arabic people.